Welcome to day 8 of How to Automate Your Law Firm in 90 Days. I am Shay Jackson, your AI automation specialist. In this video, we will continue with our Airtable basics discussing fields and records. Now, if you're saying, what is Airtable? I want to welcome you because that means this is your first video. I will have a link up at the top and in the description box just so you can look at a video where I give an overview of Airtable so you won't be completely lost. If you want to continue, that is fine. I'll go over and review a little bit of what I've went through over the past videos. Let's get started. Let's dive in. I am in Airtable, that's airtable.com, and I am in my home dashboard. And I want to go to my workspaces. Now, there are two ways how I can go to my workspace. I can either click go to all workspaces, or I can click over here. If I just want to go to one specific workspace, I can click on that. But I'm going to go to all workspaces just in case this is your first time watching a video so you can follow along as much as possible. Again, I will have a link in the description box, and there was a link also up top where you can go and watch some of my Airtable videos. For this video, I am going to use my legal case analysis base. The base, remember, is the container that holds all of the tables I need for legal case analysis. And also for the legal case analysis base, this is a template that was already created in Airtable that they wanted law firms to be easy to leverage. Pretty cool. Here you see legal case analysis. And again, we will be talking about fields and records. Right now, what I'm going to do, just so because I won't be talking about group by today, I'm going to take out my grouping and we will talk about that in a future video. First, let's talk about fields. Fields you can think of as just like columns in Google Sheets and Microsoft Excel. So here is a field, stat date and time is a field, or you can think of column, status is a field, material is a field, so on and so forth. So whenever you hear field in Airtable, think of it, automatically think of, oh, that's like a column in Google Sheets and Microsoft Excel, but more powerful. Did I already say I love Airtable? I do. So now that we see our fields, one of the things that I want to now talk about is field types. So I'm going to click on, and you can see the field type right here where the little icon on the left-hand side of each of the headings, okay? You see that this says date. This one says single select, and I'm going to click on it so you can see more. If we hover over the one where it has an A and it looks like a paragraph, that is long text. So let's dive in and take a look at the different field types. Since this is already a table that is created, I'm going to click the down caret and choose edit field so that we can see all of the different field types. Here is my header, date and time, and here is where I can choose my field type. Let's click on it. And as you see, there are several field types that you can click on. And it makes it really easy because you, based on the field type, your record and also that field has different types of functions. We start up at the top. So when we see an A, we know that is single line text. Those type of field, for those field types, it's just not a lot of wording like your first name, last name, something of that nature. There are not a lot of words for single line text. For long text, however, there is more wording, and you want to make sure that When you are choosing the field types, you choose what is best for the type of data you will be inputting into the table. Here we have date. You know, this field is a date. We have phone number, and I will go through different tables so that you can see examples. Email, URL, and all of them are pretty self-explanatory. Number, currency, percent, duration, formula, auto number, and barcode. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to leave it as date. And you see that you can change for the date, you can change what type of format it is: local, friendly, US, European, ISO, whatever is best for your law firm, and also for your team members as well. It asks if you want to include the time, you can turn this on or off. Okay. How do you want to display the time format? You can choose 12-hour or 24-hour. This is more like military time. Do you want to you have the option of using the same time zone for create all collaborators. If you want to display the time zone, this is really good. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel it because date was pretty simple. Now let's go to single select. For single select, this is a drop down box where you only are allowed to choose one option. And you see the options that we have: disputed bias, undisputed, prospective, and disputed. If I wanted to add something else, I would have to do is add an option and I can type something in. Also, what's pretty cool is you can choose whatever colors you want for the different options. Okay. To delete one, I'm going to delete this option. You just exit out, and that is it. So that is single select again. And again, it's self-explanatory. For this one, you are only able to choose one option in the drop-down box. Here, material is the same thing. You see it single select, and here are your options as well. Now, you see it says color code options. If I turn this off, that means it won't have a color. But I think colors are good because your eyes visually can identify what choice was made. I'm going to cancel that. Now here, description, you see this is long text. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up just so that you can see the description and see why it's long text. You see how this is longer than just someone's first name or last name. You want to make sure you have enough space to enter in the information. That's why long text was chosen. Now, this one is a different type of icon. This is linked to another record. So what does that mean? If you look up at the top right here, you see we have within our base legal case analysis, we have several tables. We have a people table, issues, evidence, organizations, authority, cases, and tasks. And one of the powers of Airtable is being able to link to another table. Yes, did you? Yes, you are able to link to another table. And so I'm going to edit the field so that you can see what that looks like. Okay. I'm going to click the drop down, and you see it just says link to another record. When I click on that, it pops up, and what it has is all of the tables that we have here. And all I need to do is choose which table I would like to link to. Powerful. Okay, I'm going to cancel out of that. Oh, hold on one second. And also you have the option of allow linking to multiple records within the cases table, limit record selection to a view, filter selection by condition, and use AI to show top matches when selecting a record. That is on the Teams plan. As I mentioned in a previous video, the automations that I will be showing will be with the free plan, just so that you can see the power of Airtable. And later on in future videos outside of how to automate your law firm in 90 days, I will show how the power of the team plan as well. So this is linked to the linked evidence is linked to the evidence tab. And let me scroll over to see. So all of these are linked to different tables that are within our base. Okay. So now that we've went over those field types, what I want to do is, and I'll come back to this one, I want to go to the another template that's provided by Airtable, again, just so that lawyers and law firms can leverage it. I want to show you other field types as well. Okay. Here is a formula. So let's look at what the formula looks like. I'm going to click the down arrow in my edit field, and here is where you can input what the formula should be. So for this one, it's the client, and in this example is Jack Argent, and there's a hyphen, and it's in single quotes. It's an and then a dash in single quotes, meaning it's just to show the dash. And then it's the main issue. And here the main issue is breach of contract. So for this field, it should show Jack Argent. For our example, we're on that first record. And just to touch on records just a little bit, and then I'll dive in. Records are the same thing as rows. Okay, they're synonymous with rows. So when you think of record in Airtable, it's the same thing as a row, but more powerful. Okay, so for our example, for this record, it should say Jack Argent breach of contract. And that's what it does. So that is one of the ways you can use formulas. Again, this is Airtable basics. So I won't be doing a deep dive in future videos. And if you leave in the comments, if you would like for me to do a deep dive on the different types of formulas you can leverage to automate your law firm, let me know. Okay, we already know single select, single text. We've learned those. Date. We already know link to record, link to another record. Practice area, single select. I'm trying to see if there's another one. Here is one, and it's called roll up. So what the roll up is, and I'll click on it, that field type, what it does is it allows you to do like a sum, or you're rolling up, and you see right here what the formula is. You're basically rolling up or giving the sum of values. And you see that the roll up is from billing and expenses. So yes, not only can you link to different tables within a base, you can also link to another base, which is pretty cool. I'm going to cancel that so I can exit out. And I think that is it. No. Okay, here we go. For this one, this is a checkbox. And with the checkbox, you can choose what type of style you want for your checkbox. Okay. And for this one, we're giving a thumbs up. You can give a checkbox, star, heart, etc. I'm going to click on the field type just so I can explain some more. Oh, and I remember where I wanted to look at the other ones as well. So for multiple select, pretty simple, self-explanatory. You're able to choose more than one option in the drop-down box. I'm going to cancel out of that, and I just remembered, is it clients? Here we are. So for name, we already know single select. Here for the photo, This is an attachment. So you're able to have an attachment in the table, okay? Mailing address, that's long, long text. For cell phone number, self-explanatory phone number, you have email. And let me see if there's anything else that I want, field types that I want to discuss. Let me just click on it. Click on one and let's see. We went over everything. Long text attachment, checkbox. Okay, yes. The only thing we didn't go over is URL, but you are able to have a URL in your table as well. Number, currency. Okay, yes. All of these are self-explanatory. The lookup is for you to look up for a specific item or field in a linked record. And I will show that in another video as well. Created time, it just shows the time that a record was created, when it was modified, who created it, who was it modified by. And that's a good way to track information for accountability purpose. The auto number is good too. And I believe, is this auto number? Oh, no, it's not. I think this may be auto number. With auto number, it automatically numbers the rows. So this first field, this is probably auto number. And if I ask somebody else, it'll add on 28. Okay, I'm going to click out of that. So that is it for fields. We went over fields. When we think of fields and Airtables, we automatically think, oh, that's like columns. And for records, that is the same things as rows. But what did I say? More powerful. So let's take a look at a row. We're going to take a look at this row. And what I'm going to do is on the left-hand side, you see it says expand. This is something that you're not able to do in Microsoft Excel or Google Sheets. It's being able to expand and look at the record in a different form, like a snapshot. Because if you have a lot of information, it may be hard to just, go through, but being able to pull out one record and look at it by itself, amazing. So here we have Ari Ramirez Medina. We see the photo, the mailing address, and all of this information, all of these fields are the same fields that are on the table. It's just that I'm able to just see this specific client's information in the table. Okay. Now, let's say I want to have a conversation. We are collaborating. If I want to comment on this, let's say I want to put met with client. Okay. This will be a part of my record. Okay. And if any other collaborators want to come in and make notes as well, they can. Another great thing about records is version history. So let's say that I changed Ari's cell phone number to 777. Oh, hold on. Let me think of the area code. We'll leave it, we'll have it as 469. And then we're going to put 777 9311. And if you know, you know. All right, let's say I changed Ari's phone number. Okay. I'm going to scroll down. Oh, actually, I'm going to click out. So I'm going to cancel. I'm going to exit out. And if you notice in our table, it was automatically updated. But let's go back into that record. on one second. I'm looking for, they may have moved it. Give me one moment because I was looking for the version history. And with version history, what it allows you to do is you can see the information that was changed for a record. Hold on one second. No, I don't want to be notified by comments. Here we go, right here. Revision history. Okay. So for revision history, like I mentioned, it shows where I changed the phone number for this specific record. And revision history is record specific. So for, I'm telling you, Airtable is powerful. So if, and again, I can't delete this because this is here, and you notice, let me see if it said it shows how long. Usually the revision history, oh, you have 2 weeks of revision history. Now if I was on the team plan, I would have longer, but you see that whatever is edited for any type of record within Airtable, you are able to see the revision history. And I'm going to click all. So not only do I am I able to see the comments that I made, I'm also able to see edits that were made as well. Again, very powerful. So I'm going to click out of that. And again, let's look at one more. And let me go back to legal case analysis. Okay, let's say, and I'm going to use Stephen Rogers as an example. Here in this record, let's say if I change the number of facts, and which is good because if you're collaborating and somebody changes something, you want to make sure that we'll say 4. Hold on one second. Now, I'm typing 4, however, it won't allow me to. That means this record is locked, that once information is put in, I cannot change it, which is great, especially when dealing with confidential information or high level security items, especially in the legal industry. That is the power of Airtable. I'm going to click out of that. And that is all I wanted to show for today because I can keep going and I just want to not because I'll go over and keep talking. That is it for today's video. We discussed what fields are, what records are, and even in records, the power of revision history. I am Shay Jackson, your AI automation specialist. If you have any questions about Airtable, about AI automations for your law firms, there will be a link in the description box where you can schedule a free 30-minute consultation with me. Have a great day.